Speaker, you need no introduction really. If you're a regular at our Sunday demonstrations and activism for Palestine, big welcome to Dr. Hamza.
Hello, Liverpool! Can you hear me well? Especially in the back? Because I need this message to be delivered. Today marks a year from the day the world silenced on Israel bombing Al-Mahmadani hospital and massacring over 500 patients, doctors, and people taking refuge in what is supposed to be a protected zone under international law. Today marks a year of Israel testing the world response and tasting the world leader's silence as long as the slaughtered people are in quiet. Today, it's a time that they allowed it to be okay. It's allowed to be debatable and the laws to get too bendy, while over 200,000 Palestinians under an imminent risk in Jabalia right now. For 13 days, they had nothing other than Israeli terrorism. And when I say nothing, I mean the full extent of the word. As they have no water to drink, no food to eat, no houses to refuge in, and no hospitals to take their shredded loved ones for, hoping that they are still alive, despite them knowing that the last Israeli terrorist forces strike and sold them, as they like to call it in genocidal BBC and CNN. The Palestinians had enough. We had enough. The world had enough of this Holocaust, of burning patients alive in a hospital ground. And this must stop. And this must stop now. Hammam al-Jadu was only 19 years old. Hammam was connected to an IV line. Hammam was in a hospital. It's not coincidence when Toshiaki Mimaki, the Japanese man who won his organization, just won the Nobel Prize for Peace. When he received the news, his instant reply was referring to the people in Gaza and the brutality that they are under. It's no coincidence that Holocaust survivors say it loudly and stand on the stages of the demos, saying that what's happening in Gaza is a second Holocaust. And it's not a coincidence when fascist governments and government officials with the blood dripping from their teeth brag about their unapologetic support for this monster. The German foreign minister, though that you could hardly tell the difference when you justify Israel killing of Palestinians and now them killing Lebanese. I'm not here to talk and walk away. The era of us asking you to inform the ill-informed persons around you and believe that you talk about Palestine has passed. Everyone knows and everyone needs to act. You need to take actions. You need to fight this with all what you got. It's on you to stop this madness and live stream Holocaust. There's nothing that I could say to deliver the pain and agony of those in Gaza. Israel failed in forcing them to flee their lands, and now they're actively cleansing them. Palestine's needs action. Palestine needs you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hamza, for that really moving speech. Just before our last speaker, we have got, I'd like to welcome someone called M on Insta. Her name is Emily Tootle, and she's wrote a poem for us for tonight. Big hand, please, to Emily. Hi, everyone. Okay. How do we move forward after all that we have seen? How does our government sleep at night with their hands so unclean? I wondered if Starmer's palms have been scrubbed to death. Out damp spot haunts his dreams, just like Lady Macbeth. Though no amount of water can clear you from this deed, your fingers stained red from those you have let bleed. The other day I saw a video that's played on repeat in my head. A man still connected to an IV on a makeshift hospital bed was engulfed in flames and burning alive. The only thing others there could do was watch as he died a slow, painful death. What an unspeakable thing to go through. And as ghastly as it was, I somehow wasn't surprised by the horror film scene playing out before my eyes, because it's been this way now for over a year. And sometimes you forget because we're over here, but over there isn't some other world. We're not talking Jupiter nor Mars. It's over the water from Cyprus, for God's sake. It's not just their issue, it's ours. Especially while licences are still in place so our government can make a quick buck. But they've suspended 30 out of 350 gets a fuck. How is this still going on? How's there possibly two sides? Are there people still unaware of how the media divides? The verbiage selected with constant dichotomy? Influencers staying silent? Have you all had a lobotomy? Don't give me it's too heavy, it's just all a lot for me. My brother's had a craniotomy and tracheotomy and still shown support. So make that make sense. You've just wanted to be more palatable, so that's why you've sat on the fence. But we need less of that, to be honest. These relatable people online that'll tell you their childhood traumas but not where they politically align, because they're scared that they'll lose followers or don't care enough to empathise, because having a personalised moral compass is something they couldn't conceptualise. Unfortunately, a live stream genocide captures the zeitgeist of this last year, and the biggest mistake we can make is thinking inaction will make it disappear. Palestinian screams become ambient background noise to our daily lives, like a modern-day zone of interest in which no morality survives. From the French Revolution to the suffragettes, the civil rights movement to Pride, the effect of unified people with a shared goal is felt far and wide. Sometimes it feels like you're preaching to the converted or screaming into the void, but when I'm reminded of all of the martyrs, any hesitancy I have is destroyed. Many of us wonder what we'd do during the Holocaust if given the chance to be there somehow, but Adam Bushnell's final post put it simply: the answer is you're doing it right now. Thank you.